Hello, once again. Welcome back to Job chapter 24. Wow, wow, wow. This is so amazing. I'm really thankful to God. Job 24. Wow, we're making such good progress. Yeah? Such good progress. So, the title of the story is Job Complains of Violence on the Earth. Since times are not hidden from the Almighty, why do those who know Him see not His days? Some remove landmarks, they seize flocks violently and feed on them. They drive away the donkey of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox as a pledge. They push the needy off the road so that the poor of the land are forced to hide. Indeed, like wild donkeys in the streets, they go out of their work seeking diligently for food. The wilderness yields food for them and for their children. They gather their fodders in the field and glean in the vineyard of the wicked. They spend the night naked, without clothing, and have no covering in the cold. They are wet in the showers of the mountains and huddle together around the rocks for want of shelter. Some snatch the fatherless from the breast and take a pledge from the poor. They cause the poor to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheaves from the hungry. They press out oil within their walls and tread winepress, yet suffereth the dying groan in the city, and the souls of the wounded cry out, yet God does not charge them with wrong. There are those who rebel against the light. They do not know its ways, nor abide in its path. The murderer rises with the light. He kills the poor and needy, and in the night he is like a thief. The eye of the adulterer waits for the twilight, saying, no eye will see me, and he disguises his face. In the dark, they break into houses, which they mugged for themselves in the daytime. They do not know the light, for the morning is the same to them as the shadow of death. If someone recognizes them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. You know what happens, especially in African countries, or even in the Asian countries. I think if a thief is caught, there is what they call jungle justice. You will be beaten to the brink of death. You're fortunate if you don't die. I always remember my cousin telling me a story of somebody who was in a very high density area and had the guts to steal. After they stole, the crowd was chasing after them. They just happened to see a police car. What did they do? They ran into the police car and shut the doors. And the police was like, what's the matter? What happened? He says, I stole. Arrest me quick. Because he was better off in the hands of the police than the people. So I think that's what they're talking about here. They are in the terror of the shadow of death. That's just my thinking. Anyway, let me continue reading. They should be swift on the face of the waters. Their portion should be cursed in the earth, so that no one should turn into the way of their vineyard. As the drought and heat consume the snow waters, so should the grave those who have sinned. The womb should forget them. The worm should feed swiftly on him. He should be remembered no more, and wickedness should be broken like a tree. For he preys on the barren who do not bear, and it does no good for the widow. But God draws the mighty away with his power. He rises up, but no man is sure of life. He gives them security, and they rely on it. Yet his eye is on their way. They are exalted for a little while. Then they are gone. They are brought low. They are taken out of the way. Like all others, they dry out like the head of grain. Now, if it is not so, who will prove me a liar and make my speech worth nothing? Oh, dear Job has suffered. He has suffered. But I like all his comebacks. He always has something to say. You always has something to say. So we are learning. We are learning. I think I'll be changing. I know I've changed the titles many times, but this is the final change. I'll change it to Secrets of Job. I think this is it, because we are learning lots of secrets from the life of Job, aren't we? Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, as we are going to be expanding on what we just read. That is all from me for now. Remain blessed and continue to be victorious.